I knew a lot of people were scammed.
If you've been watching City News, you've seen just how devastating being the victim of an alleged rental scam can be. Prospective renters out thousands of dollars and with no place to live. A South Korean man recently charged by Toronto police after a City News investigation found he allegedly collected tens of thousands of dollars in rent from international students for condos that he did not own. Well, this story has been hitting home to a lot of renters in our city because the average price or cost to rent a one-bedroom apartment in Toronto is now over $2,000 a month, and that has some in Queen's Park calling for change for more protection for would-be renters.
It's an unfair situation for renters. Their recourse is lacking, and I think we need to look at what can we do because many of these folks are really vulnerable. And let's face it, first and last month's rent can be quite a substantial amount of money.
However, there is some coverage for first-time homeowners under something called Tarion. Tarion is mandatory insurance that builders in Ontario must provide under the Ontario New Home Warranties Plan Act. The maximum coverage available for new homes and condominium units is $300,000 if there's any instance of fraud or delays in closing or occupancy. But nothing similar for renters exists unless they go through the legal route of the Ontario Landlord and Tenant Board or small claims court to try and get their money back.
Beware of the internet stuff because that's not how you should be picking up an apartment. I see a lot of this is on the internet. People putting up places for sale on the internet and saying you have to email me first and last and then I'll meet you at the property, and then hello, they disappear. They have to make sure that they're dealing with a licensed real estate brokerage, because then the money is paid to the brokerage in trust and it's protected. Nobody's going to cheat them. So, for example, somebody says they're an agent, but they say, but I need the check payable to an individual person. That's illegal.
However, many people say they are still using sites like Kijiji Canada to find a place to live. And here's some numbers from Kijiji, actually. They tell us in the last 30 days in Toronto, nearly 55,000 apartment, condo, or house and room for rent listings were posted. And the average duration of those ads that were deleted and marked sold, just 12 days. That's how competitive it is. Now, one more tip from the pros. If you want to find a place to rent from places like Kijiji, make sure you see it in person. And legally, you only have to hand over the first and last month's rent to that landlord. Now, this story came from a City News viewer. If you see news in the making, there are many ways you can get in touch with us. You can give us a call, go to our website, or hit us up on our Facebook page.